remote control he plays later in the scene, and what was he going to do with this chessboard? He was very fascinated with the chessboard.
Exactly. He wanted some business. Exactly right. And it worked really well.
But later those things kind of make the scene take shape in a weird way.
Right, exactly. So it makes it hard, it emerges from a start and then gets better and better. But also how quickly you got to do it. That's the thing about TV. You got to decide it's going to be done.
This is great. This piece of tape calls back to an earlier episode, and Welling, I don't think his character doesn't know that it existed, so
no, this is a surprise to him.
That sense of being shocked.
And it's something we've done more on Smallville. Initially, we were very much standalone episodes. We've begun to, it's the nature of television, to serialize the episodes more and to have paybacks to other episodes and callbacks.
This, again, I remember this was an angle you were very insistent on and really had a vision of.
With really low angles, so you see people full frame and playing into the light. And here we got a special lens to get really low to the floor. This is obviously, you know, when Michael and John are together in scenes, it's always fantastic.
Where'd you hear that?
Your good friend Clark.
Michael, do you guys ever rehearse prior?
You know, sometimes when John comes in and I'm halfway through the makeup, he'll sit there and we'll just listen to music and just kind of bounce the lines back and forth a little bit. Then we get inside, we play, but I think now, to keep it more fresh, we try to play more on camera,
right,
as opposed to rehearse. But, you know, we definitely go over it. We try to know our lines inside out and have fun with it.
You always seem to know, the two of you always seem to know where the power is resting, which is, I think, is very interesting in the scenes. That it's not two people fighting it out each time. The reality is Lex knows when Lionel has the upper hand and vice versa, and they're just trying to salvage something out of, you know, keep their pedigree in this. They always play well.
Yeah, it's always a game. I always think of it as just a game.
Right.
But it never gets silly. It doesn't get into that, you know, like na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
It was
very real.
Yeah.
Now, this, again, was a transition that was really designed in your mind, Miles, right from the beginning.
Right. That went from, you know, from the present to the past. And this is the same location we shot the birthday party. And actually, Alison Down, who plays Lillian Luther, was just fantastic. It was a
real find, right? She's a local Vancouver actress. She came in, blew us away. Glover came in and read with her, and it was just like, oh my God, this is the person.
And the amazing thing with her is that all the tears are real. I mean, she got into this unbelievably emotional state and stayed there
all day long
for 3 hours or longer. And then later on in the nursery scene, the same thing. So it was really odd. She plays junkies or like widows, she says. So
John Glover loved her. He just thought she was great.
And you have an actual 1-month-old
who was actually completely brilliant the entire time, and then on cue cried. We got the one shot of her crying, which is great.
Poking it with that stick might have helped.
And here David Wilson and the set deck and crew did an amazing job with this. It looks unbelievable in terms of production value.
And also how there's this one big window that Glenn just pounded light through, and it really, I don't think there's much other light other than the one source that just blasts light in and
very simple.
Bounces around the room. It's a very simple lighting pattern.
But again, it has a much colder, austere look.
Make them fight for your affection.
This we got stuck in here for a while because it's a very small room. I was warned to stay away from this location, but I went in there anyway because it's just great production value. And we got burnt at the end of the day, didn't we, Greg?
It's all on film. Everything's good.
It's true. But it is an interesting process.
To try. Lillian?
No, you made the right choice. You made the right choice. You made the right aesthetic choice. It's funny, in episodic television, you're constantly faced with, like, okay, this is an inconvenient location that is exactly what is right, or you can go to this much more convenient location that's a little bit wrong, and those are the kind of choices you have to make. Usually on Smallville, we make the best aesthetic choice.
I mean, that's always the approach, that we don't try to compromise. We try and do everything. And occasionally you have to. So it's always fighting for what's good and fighting for, you know, making the show bigger than TV. That's always the aim, is to make it look like a feature and make it, you know, the best show we can, and not to, because a lot of shows don't. They just
at our best we understand what we can compromise with and what under no circumstances gets compromised, and I think that is the give and take that, you know, we get paid to realize.
This is a moment I love because it shows how much he wants to see the mother, and then how Lionel's power over him freezes him.
And this completely emerged on the set, and they were there, Greg, but it was a moment, it was motivating the boy to come out of the door was emerged in that moment, which was great.
These transitions were, honestly, as an actor, just tough. I didn't know what the hell was going on.